Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Building an Adventure Map, The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past. And us three links here, we've been hard at work today, and we've made lots of progress, and we want to bring you guys in on the action. But of course, I'm Space Nerd, and I'm joined by iDead.
Yo, how's it going?
And Tennessee Gaming.
What's up, everybody?
He turns his back on you when he says that.
The three madmen of Minecraft have been returned again to work on an underground cave area. We're going to be building a cool kind of cave with a secret in it. I don't know if we're going to be revealing the secret of it in this episode, but stay tuned to find out. So let's get started, guys.
Alrighty then, so we've put out our base floor level, and TG is already ahead of the game. The water's already in. so literally we just done. Yeah, alright, so we just need to get the walls up around these edging areas then. Mm-hmm. Now they need to be at least 3 high so no one can jump up them, so let's get those in. And then you guys have both got the image, haven't you? So you can see what needs to happen.
Oh, let's show the fine folks at home the image of the in-game. Here you go, guys.
Yeah. So now you can all see the magical wonderland that is the cave underneath the floor. And some of you might recognize this is the cave underneath. Is it Kakariko?
Correct. Kakariko, I believe.
There we go. See, TG knows it. It's the hole underneath that village. It's the cave. So this is the bit for that. So this is the first like sort of fancy little jump down the cave thing I think you get in the game, as far as I'm aware. I think it's the first one you get to.
Right. Anybody that's watching my view, you're going to notice that I have my grid on. The reason why I turned it on is to give you an idea of how big this cave. For it to be a cave, this place is absolutely freaking huge. So you can imagine, from red line to red line, that's a pretty big cave.
Yeah, to say the least of it.
Are you just trying to recover from forgetting to change your keybinds again?
Lies and deception. Lies and deception.
Okay, let me do this real quick. Hang on. There.
Smooth move, man.
Hey, don't shut up. It wasn't I didn't even think nothing about it. I forgot that when you update the pack that it resets absolutely everything. So it's just like I'm not used to that yet. Okay.
Yeah, sorry about that. I will sort out some of the extra bits. I think I need to check Optifine in there as well, don't I? So you guys have got that.
I had to reinstall Optifine on mine, so...
Yeah, because for the people at home who don't know, what we've done is today I updated the pack, and we've added in secret rooms. So we've got like little air blocks in there now, which allow us to block you guys from going into areas you shouldn't damn well be going into.
I know
we all know
somebody.
You will.
No, little somebody who has a tutorial on the secret rooms mod.
Yep, there is someone out there. I don't know who it is. I think it's TG. And no, it's obviously Space then, because Space is the guy for that sort of thing. Look at him. He looks like the sort of guy to teach people stuff. Like, he'll teach you a lesson.
I'll teach you.
Like the Punisher. The Punisher of space nerds. So,
should we start putting in the wall material? This dry dirt looks like a good wall.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. I like it because it does have that cobblestone texture, but it's darker. So I think it's kind of neat. It's different.
Yeah, I reckon that sounds like a plan to me. I don't know. I'm trying to think of ways we can compensate for the weird, like, arcaving around the edge. I'm thinking maybe do that. I don't know. I don't know what you guys reckon. Like, have it so it sort of slants away for these positions. I don't know. It's a very awkward situation because there's going to be a little bar here anyway, as you can see on the image. Mm-hmm. It's going to block people from going over that edge, and there's a couple other bits around there that do that. But I was thinking maybe having it slanting away, so it's kind of like, I don't know, inside the cave. I suppose they could jump up on it, but I don't know.
I like the slanting, kind of like what we did with the rivers.
Yeah, I was thinking along those lines really. 'Cause I don't know, think about that. Just I don't know. I like the look. So do the same sort of thing with this and just bring it across like that. And that way it just sort of goes up to the roof at the end of the day. It's not like anyone's going to escape through the roof. And if someone does manage it, then send us a bug report, you sod. And how you broke through our roof. Alright, I don't even need to fill in these. I don't know why I'm doing that. Do need to fill in these bits underneath though, so we don't have mob spawns. Because I know that's always the thing that we forget to do with these sort of buildings. So I'm going to do that.
Yeah, I guarantee that there's going to be some buildings that we're going to have to go back and be like fill in space due to the fact.
Wait, why are you blaming me already?
Yeah, sorry, we're filling in new space. Don't worry
Don't
about
fill me in.
it. Can you fill me in?
Oh wait, this isn't for the dirt. The floor. What are we gonna?
Yeah,
do?
what
Dirt?
are we going to use for the floor? It's kind of like a red brick of some type, like red stony floor thing. So come on, Mr. Master of the different attributes of flooring. What's it going to be, Space?
Dirt. I don't
Just
know.
dirt. It works for me. I'm
Let's see.
happy
There's
for it.
also the loamy dirt that looks kind of cool.
That's what. Look, literally, when you said that, my mouse is hovering over the loamy dirt right now. Like literally. So,
What is that one then? Give me the ID of it,
That's-
please.
203.
203.
Mhm.
Well, here's a sample of what it looks like. There you go.
That's not too bad. It's like dirt. It's the same texture as dirt, just a different color.
Yeah, that works for me.
Loamy
Right.
dirt it is.
Yep, that's it. Decision is made. That's how things work around here. Right, and then I'm going to resize this area. I'm going to get out of it before I fill it in because it would just kill me otherwise. There we go. So there's the upper floor done. That's this area's got its floor. See, people can now see how quick we are about using World Edit for rapid production. We do a great job of it. Oh,
Yeah,
remember
we
these
have
bits
to.
here? We can't slant these because they're not allowed to be able to jump up here. It's a one-way system, so we've got to keep it free high around the edges of this area.
But it slopes right here. You don't see that?
I know, but we can't because it will change the game's mechanics. As weird as that is. So these walls around the edge here have to actually stay at the height they are. So so no one can cheat mechanics and be able to get to areas they shouldn't be able to get to without going through the proper routine to get to it. Because as you guys must be know from playing the game, you have to go through the portal at the top of town. You have to drop through that hole in the ground, which brings you out to but roughly where Mr. TG is standing right now. You'll fall through to roughly where he is, and that allows you to get the chests at the top half of this room. But if you come through the entranceway, which is where Space was filling in that area over there, that entranceway there will lead you down here, but you can't get up to here without going through that portal. So it's a one-way exit and entrance cave system of some sort.
Here's my interesting point, my friend. Are you going to, like, we have it to where you have to jump down into the portal. Are we actually going to put a ceiling on this and make it to where you drop down and you land, or you just kind of drop in and walk out?
It'll be a drop in, so we'll put a ceiling on the room, and you'll actually fall from the thing. If you go through that portal up there, you'll drop into this room exactly where you would have dropped in if it was the actual game itself. And then you'll have to drop down into this area here, the water below, to then walk out through that door over there, and you'll come out the cave.
Nice. Okay. Go ahead and get these chests rolling.
Yeah, if you want to add those in, there's some jars there too, so we can add that fancy
Now
stuff
there's
in
a
there.
little, I want to say bar, maybe fence or something here.
It's a little blockage bar, I think. It blocks you from actually walking over the edge at those points. The only reason it's there, if you want to know, if you look at the way the graphics are on that image, so this is a little clever bit, they've actually only done it so you can't drop off the edge where there's nowhere to land below you. Ah, quite clever, isn't it? It matches up with the bottom of the wall next to it. Each one of those bars always matches up with the bottom of the wall next to it.
Okay, I'm a little bit confused here. Why is this angling up right here?
Because we need a way to connect them, because obviously in 2D all these areas are slanted. As you can see, all the walls are slanted, but obviously the floor doesn't match up to how the room around it is, as you've noticed. Like, so over here, this is the correct size for the top area, but this bit here doesn't exist basically in the game, because instead there's actually a big sloping wall going down from here down to the floor. But if we had a sloping wall in Minecraft, people would just climb up it. So we've had to compensate for that.
So I have to ask you, in that image, these chests sit right about here, but it shows on the image that those chests should sit like right here.
Yeah.
They won't be nowhere near that wall. So do I put them here or do I put them up here?
This is going to be one of those matters of discernment because we've extended this platform here. So this platform here is actually most probably about 4 wider than it should be. So the fact of the matter is we've got a lot more space up here than we should have, really. So it's up to you how you feel that they should be placed, because obviously we can copy. I suppose most probably better off to copy the game and sort of have them against the back wall. But we're obviously, we're going to have to give us a little bit of creative license with the translation of 2D to 3D with it. Because obviously, once again, we know those chests as they take up 4 spaces, don't they, in Minecraft blocks? So are we going to have 2 chests, or are we just going to have 1 chest for each one? Or
probably what I'll do is that'll be a chest, and then there'll be a jar. Then this will be a chest. That'll be a jar. I'll double the chest up. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, all right, then that makes sense. And just to let you know, the only things they get in all of these chests are rupees. That's actually what's contained in each one. There's 120, 2 10s, and I think the jars underneath them have like a 1 under each one. But
I think on
those
that
are random.
part, we'll just put random, whatever we feel like, they should get instead of, exact. That's where Creative Commons or creative attributes will come into play.
Yeah, I definitely am going to do one thing, which is... I've done the wrong thing there. Which is different to how it's actually done, because it's actually the same as it's done in the game, but I'm going to have to do it, which is the chest, when you drop him, has bombs in it. And we need to make sure that we put bombs in that same chest, because they'll need them. For unbeknownst reasons.
Oh, we're not announcing the reasons for these
Well, I suppose we should let you. But I think that maybe this will be one of those things that they'll find a URL to a video somewhere on maybe Space's channel, maybe TG's channel, maybe some other channel, a little unlisted video, which will tell them what they're for.
As such a tease, Mr. iDead.
Yeah,
so there's a certain picture we shouldn't show them, correct?
Yeah, it would be better to cut that off. I reckon in that image that they've seen earlier, they won't be able to see the important factors that we need to be able to show.
I got you, man. I got you.
Because I think some of those we should actually not signify. I know the one we've already added, we've signified it by a change of texture. I'm thinking maybe some of them we shouldn't. I'm thinking maybe we should be sods. And in the next
you're
one,
wanting to put this the hidden block thing into effect, more or less.
Yeah. I think maybe we should have it that you can't see all of them. So some of them actually are just the same texture as everything else, and then that way no one will know that they're even there in the first place.
That's mean, because what if they never even go into the area?
Well, then that means they never find the special stuff that's there. But that's why they'll have to make sure that if you get a note in-game, like a pen and paper that's been written on, and it has a link to a video on one of these fine gentlemen's channels, you best go watch it, because otherwise you may miss out on special little things that you would otherwise know about. Of course, any hardcore Zelda players will most probably already know about these things, you see. So it's not like we're being that deceptive. It's just we're choosing to enlighten the newer generation via unlisted videos.
I'm correct, that chest should go right there, right?
Yes, there's a little
there's a little like
outcropping of rock, which I don't know. What do you reckon,
I
Mr.
don't know.
Mr. Nerd? You're the master of outcroppings.
Yeah, where you at? There's like a thing right here above this chest, like I don't even know what that is. What is
It's a
that?
rock. It's actually a rock. You can't walk over it in the game, but we could make it so you could walk over it, I suppose. Well, the roof's going to be not too higher than this, so yeah, you thinking the same thing I'm thinking.
Yeah.
It's about what, 1, 2. Well, it's about 4 across by the looks of it. Yeah, it's like that.
Probably about 4.
Yeah, that's about right, because it fits in with the chest. I don't know how tall it's going to be. It's up to you guys. I suppose you can just have it so it's 1 high. It's not like it has any real effect on the game mod. It's just you have to walk around it to be a pain in the ass in 2D.
Right. I think that looks good.
Yeah, that works for
even
me. And
use
just
the
give it a
dried dirt
different
on there.
texture. Yeah, you can. Yeah, that makes sense actually. Ooh, and then we get to use the fancy blocks. that we've added in. There it is. Because we don't want them to walk down this bit here, so I get to add in these.
You get to kind of show them the little neat stuff. That's what I was saying. Like that block right there. Look, guys, look at my screen. Look at this. There is no. The only thing you see is the border. That is like the meanest block ever. Because if you're not paying attention, it's like, is there something wrong with my Minecraft? Did I hit a button or something? Or it's just so. That's a devious block. I don't like that block.
Yeah, it's really useful though. This is the same block we've used to basically prevent people from leaving the map. So this is all over the place, these blocks, these little transparent blocks that we're adding in. They're there to stop people from wandering off of the designated course of the map. So you won't be able to sort of jump out of the way, unfortunately, guys. That's just not how we roll.
Solid air is the name of the block, right?
Yes, solid air is the block.
Okay, now if they've done this right, where do they drop down at from up here?
They can drop down from either over here by the chest that you've put in. Or they can drop down from the section where Space Nerd stood at the moment. Either one of those is fine, they can jump off. So, these are all perfectly fine areas for them to jump off and go, woo! But the only issue they're going to come up is you can't. Noise again? What, the woo? Do you not like my... That's my jumping noise. If I ever jump from a great height, that's the noise I make. So, watch out for that. Where if IDED goes parasailing or whatever, you'll know I'll go woo.
True story, Space Nerd has been parasailing.
No,
and I did not go woo.
Did you not? No. Were you wooless?
I was wooless and I felt like how they drop you into the water and then they pick you back up? Well, they did it to me directly on a jellyfish.
Ah. So instead of woo, you maybe went ow.
Yeah, I cried.
That had to for real hurt.
Yeah. Well, so it's just another one of those situations where rather you than me, Mr. Spaceman.
There you go. You learn something new every day.
So are we using fences for these little bars then?
Mr.
Nerd, have you decided?
As well.
Yeah, that's it. I don't know. It's up to you. What do you reckon's best? Because there are some options of fences.
That's what's got me blown. Because that's it's rounded. One, if you look at the one that's out there next to the end of the way there, where next to the chest, it's rounded. But if you look at the one that's supposed to be right here in front of you, it's square and flat.
Yeah.
But the one that's over here at the other end
is because
rounded
of the fact of how you're looking at it, though, isn't it? Because of the angle you're looking at it from. The one that looks like it's square and flat is actually rounded. It's just because the shading's only possible in so many degrees. So that's how they've done it.
I think we should just use the fence like Space did. I mean, that's about as close as you're going to get, really, to that.
Yeah, no, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with Space's choice at the end of the day. He's usually quite reliable with this sort of thing.
Oh, are they able to... Oh, wait, what? What's keeping me from dropping off right here?
Solid air.
Oh, no. He moved the block is why I asked. So they're allowed to jump from here down?
There you go. Yeah, you can jump from there down. That's not an issue.
So I need to move all these blocks then?
Which ones? These ones?
Over here. Oh, over here. Where I'm at. Do you not see me? Am I invisible?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, no, I do see you. I was thinking that because those are there, aren't they? I didn't think there was... Oh, no, there is some blocks here. All right, I didn't realise you put some in. No, this bit you can jump down from too. Sorry. I thought we'd previously checked it. I thought I'd added in all the invis blocks we needed. My apologies.
That's my fault. I thought they couldn't go, through this. Like they had to go to one end or another to get out. That's my fault. Breaking invisible blocks. I thought I'd never see the day.
Yeah, I know. It's such a weird sensation.
Of this little sloping here to indicate you can walk off.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
You remember a couple episodes ago where I told you he has like this Martha Stewart.
But the problem is that can they jump up that? No, they can't. Oh no, that works for me. No, you're more than welcome to do that.
2.5 blocks.
Yeah, that works for me, mate. I'm happy with that. As long as they can't cheat to get up it, then that's fine. It's all about mechanics for me, you know me. But yeah, the fancy little touches, all down to you. You guys can. I'm more than happy for you to do that.
We'll let him be the woman of the group. He can do all the little fancy stuff.
Yeah, man. Well, he's good at it. I'm not going to complain at him.
Are not women. Corrales is not a woman.
No, he's the equivalent of a modern day gay man. He's got style. he's got dress sense.
That's harsh.
Oh no, we're only messing with you. Anyway, what? So you saying that gay people don't have a sense of style and dress sense? Is that it?
You're just putting
you a
words in my
homophobe?
mouth. I'm saying that all people, all creeds can build.
Yeah, can they? Can they build? I'm glad I didn't put that word in your mouth, did I? He's making words up now. He's just, honestly, I tell you, that space character. Why do we have him on here, TG? Why do we have him? He just talks so much trash. He's a big trash talker. No, I'm only joking with you, Mr. Nerd.
Are we happy with the 4-block roof height or 3-block like this?
What do you reckon?
I'll show you real quick.
I know that we need to put in a portal above roughly where I'm stood. There needs to be a portal that they're going to fall from.
That's the thing, is we don't want to go too high because we don't want to give them too much damage when they drop in.
I've negated that. Jumping. Thanks to Enhanced Portals 3, you can turn off. I've turned on Featherfall, which means that you basically don't take any damage when falling out of a portal. See, so I'd thought ahead, did some fancy bits of mechanics, and made it work.
This looks pretty cavey.
Could you stand about where they're going to fall in?
Yep, I'm standing there now.
So
they're about these 4 blocks here.
Yeah, so say right about here is where the portal will be. This is where they'll drop in.
Yeah, and they want to make sure you can't jump back through it. Even though I suppose it wouldn't matter because you jump up and then you'd fall straight back down again. So it makes no difference.
Okay, so we want to go ahead. Now, how didn't you have to build this portal a certain way for it to work? Ain't that right?
No, it was just me being an idiot. Don't worry. You can build it however you want. As long as you're not an idiot like I am, then it'll work fine for you. Don't you worry.
I can go there, so I can build this like I have all the other ones.
Yeah, and it should work perfectly fine. It's just me being a spaz. Okay, if I grab some dimensional stabilizers, because we're going to need one of those. I'll build one of those.
That's
right
how
here.
I would build.
And this will be the stabilizer for both of the portals, because we need to build one for the exit. So there we go. So there's your one. And I tell you what, cool. I'm getting a little bit of lag. I think I've maybe been pushing my client a little bit too hard with the amount of crazy stuff going on. But if I build a portal over here with some of them, one of these, one of them.
Because you already started the other one where it's at the cave,
and I can give you the exact identifiers for it all.
You just write it down. That's all you, man. I'm not really concerned about it. To be honest.
You're in charge of the portal learning.
Yeah,
cool. Well, I've got it all notified, so it's not a problem.
I've tried. I can make them. It's not the problem, but the same problem you had earlier about it, can't create one in this area. I seem to be having that problem a lot more than I should. So I really need to sit down and study and work out the problems like it, because it was just getting annoying. I was spending hours and hours and hours trying to figure out why is this not, setting a portal up. All the rest of them I had no problem with. So you're in charge of those. Yeah. I'm not dealing with that trouble anymore.
Man, I'm getting really... Alright, look. This is a part where I could tutor the tutorial master here. Okay, so you see the portal controller block?
That needs to be touching the frame, the actual inside. It needs to be touching where the portal's created. That's why that's not
Why
working.
can't I tutor the tutorial master?
Because I already know.
You steal my thunder.
You can't teach someone something they already know. There you go. And that should work.
I'm going to work on the lighting in here now. Oh boy,
sorry, I didn't mean to steal your thunder there, though.
It's been well stolen.
But, what can I say? Can't teach a man something he already knows. Another opportunity for iDead to be a douche. Alright.
What do we want to use for light?
That's what I'm working
Do
on
we just
now.
want to throw torches?
Well, if I give you a match, and didn't you say you had pork and beans?
Hey, that was yesterday, man.
Oh, all right. So can't be lighting those ones today then.
If you like those today, that'd be even extra potent.
That would set the place ablaze instead of it just being
ample
light.
lighting though, and that's what you're after.
I'm just
Apple
tucking
heat,
some
too.
glowstone underneath the.
See that Space has got the idea. He's going to do the his classic sneaky little tricks. See that here's something you can teach me about Space. So how and why does this work again?
For some reason, the game does not recognize this as being any blocks that are in the carbonated blocks are transparent.
And there we go. So there's something new for everyone. If you watched my tutorial on that, that's something you will not know, is that actually any block, even though it's got a solid block you cannot see through in it, as Mr. Space Nerd has just explained, you can actually get it so it still shines light through even though it's a solid block. So there we go. They don't block like normal ones. So there you go.
That
See?
took me forever to get through that. I got stuck. I wasn't saying nothing. I'm like, what the hell's going on?
Hovering just at the wrong height.
Yeah,
All right.
I mean, just barely.
All right, can I use that one? Is it already in use? No, that one's already in use. How about this one? No, that's already in use. There we go. That's the one I'm going to use. Now, people may wonder why on my view I don't care about the unique identifier. It's because I care about this one, the network identifier, because only portals on the same network can connect to each other anyway if you're not using a dialing device. So that's why I don't care about the network, the unique identifier. I do care about the network identifier, though. And for this one,
you don't get that exactly right.
glowstone.
We could be going somewhere we're
There
not
you go.
supposed to.
Yeah, exactly. But as long as the network identifier is correct, then it's perfect. And that is correct on this one. So, don't know if you want to do this, TG. Do you want to put a switch on there and turn it on?
Do I need to get a lever? Lever?
Yep, you can do that. Whichever one you think is the most suitable for it. And I'm going to set up the other one. So we've got 2 active working portals.
Okay, cool. So the lighting is coming together. We got the portal coming together. This is what I like to call divide and conquer.
Not Command and Conquer them.
Oh, such a
I
good
love
game.
that game.
It is a good game.
Look, I literally got the 17 discs. Well, it's not disc. It's downloadable from Origin. I got all 17 of them.
And they are badass. Well worth
I
it.
love them all except for Yuri's Revenge. That is like the worst one ever.
Really? I used to love that because I was OP on it. Every time you played as Yuri, you could just literally go through their base selling it, which would make you even more money to buy even more troops with. It was like the ultimate FU to anyone playing.
Whoa,
I was
severely.
top 20 in the world in Red Alert 2 in the leaderboards.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
To be honest, you know what my favourite Command & Conquer game was? And you guys mostly would have never played it, which is a real pity. Well, you might have done, we'll see. But it was Renegade. Do you
No, I
remember
did not
Renegade?
enjoy Renegade at all.
Mate, I got to 114th in the world, and that is a claim to fame considering there's hundreds of thousands of people playing. I was number 114 on the leaderboards on that game. I was well chuffed with myself.
Well,
I had a
that's
proper
pretty good.
free
I did not
man
enjoy the
team.
game, but
over.
it seems you did. And wow, man,
Yeah,
that's
man.
impressive.
It was because I at that time I lived in a house with 3 other guys, basically 3 of my friends, and we'd sit there every evening just hammering out. Like we'd used to use the old mechanic rush, so it'd be 3 engineers all in one. Is it APC? We'd all just like save up for an APC. We'd all get engineer. We'd all do a straight run to the back of their base, get in, and then with 3 engineers, you could basically just destroy 2 buildings, one straight after the other, and then that would basically mean that they'd have no power supply because you destroy their power building, and they'd have no harvester building because you destroy that as well, which meant they were getting no money and they had no power for their defences. From that point forwards, you could literally win in a matter of minutes, if that.
So
I'm sorry,
you're
that's
Zerg
the only one
Russian.
of them. I didn't like that one. That was the only one I didn't like. The rest of them
Same.
are amazing.
Same here. They departed from the tried and true
Yeah, that
That was
trying to
testing
crash.
something
get
new,
your
wasn't
army
it?
going, get your armory up, get your barracks up, and all that stuff. They just kind of just threw all that to the wind, and I was just like, okay, what? I was so used to Red Alert 3 and all those, and I was just like, I don't know what's going on.
No, I don't blame you really. It was a very big sort of change of pace.
Yeah, it was different. But I have to say, I think out of all of them, it's going to be a tie between Red Alert 3 and probably Red Alert 2 as my favorites, because they both had that same feel, but they had their differences between the two also.
Guys, I got a small side note, changing the subject real quick.
No,
Mobs can spawn on the solid air blocks.
Really?
Yep.
they can't spawn in them though, can they?
No, on top, because it's a solid block. It's showing on the F7.
Yeah, but if they spawn there, they won't. I don't know how it would handle that actually. I'm not sure how that would work, if you know what I mean.
We've broken
something
our
we're
dead.
Gonna
But anyways,
have to
guys, we
test
got
it.
this pretty much set up here, and we're running out of time for today. So let's all meet up and sign out.
All right, 1 second. Let me just
Where we going to meet up at?
inside, I reckon, or outside, wherever you guys think's best.
Away from this
Go in the
loud
cave.
portal.
Go in the cave.
And there we go. I'm just sealing up that portal, so now that portal actually works. So
Yeah,
where are
I
you
just went
guys?
through it. I just jumped through it, so it completely works for sure. I jumped through it. The only thing is when you go through it, it kind of feels weird because the whole world has to spawn in. So you see all these caves underground and stuff. So it's just like, that's a little odd, but yeah, it works for sure.
Well, I can't get into where you guys are. Or maybe I can. Maybe I
Just
can
do
cheat.
/TP and one of our names, and you'll come to us.
That's a good idea. I just used Fru instead. Because Fru is a classic. Go on then, Mr. Nerd.
Makes it hard on himself, man. That's just all there is to it.
I don't know.
All right, guys. So I'd like to thank you very much for watching this episode. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and hit that like button on it, and check out each and every one of our videos.
And also check out Space's Tongue Twisters. New episodes and new series this week.
Get out of here. So, guys, I will see you later. Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys. See you next time.
Get out of my cave.